5 tips, 5 lessons that I've learned in my 20s that have definitely helped me, but I really just wish I would have learned them a little bit sooner. So let's dive into it. So today's today is my last day in my 20s, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Everything is going my way. Pink lemonade, pink lemonade.
All right, now, like most people, my 20s were absolutely, 20s, full of ups and downs, financial disasters, and a lot of, regrets. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 tips, 5 lessons that I've learned in my 20s that have definitely helped me, but I really just wish I would have learned them a little bit sooner. So let's dive into it. And tip number 1 is going to be to just enjoy them. Now, all jokes aside, just really enjoy yourself. You see, in my early 20s, I don't like this. In my early 20s, I felt like I was trying so hard to impress everybody, or I felt like I was afraid of failure because I was afraid of what other people thought about me. And so it made it really hard to enjoy a lot of things that would have been more enjoyable. I would go into this analysis paralysis mode where I would just overthink everything, and it really held me back from putting my work out there, from trying new things. And so number 1 is don't care so much about what other people think of you. And honestly, they're actually doing the same thing. So the people that we think are caring about what we're doing are too busy caring about themselves. So I spent so much time doing that, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes. And tip number 2 for me would be learn your self-sabotage cycles. I was stuck in the self-sabotage cycle for such a long time. Anytime I started to make any progress in any area, whether that was working out, being more consistent in reading, or even start to get my finances under control, I would then completely backslide. I began to recognize these patterns for what they were. I was able to kind of take my life back, and I would be like, oh, nope, you're about to backslide again. Just get refocused and do the things so that I could ultimately get close to the things I want to become. And tip number 3 is one that took me a while to figure out, and that is just to simply read more books. Now, I know reading more books might sound like a no-brainer, right? But in our digital era, less and less people are doing it. It doesn't matter how you read it, but try to get in more information than you put out. I found that in my early 20s, I thought I knew it all, and it wasn't until my late 20s I started reading more books and using audiobooks, and I really wish I would have started doing it sooner. Okay, cool. And tip number 4 would be go after it. When you're young, you seem to have all these crazy ideas. As you get older, life happens, you start to kind of step back from them. So my advice would be to go after those while you can afford to do so. I mean, when I think about my life and going for it, it wasn't until I already had both these little guys that I decided that I should step out and try my own thing. And so the stakes were extremely high. You guys can go play. The added stress of that, along with the distraction that it created, makes it really hard to focus on yourself, so do it early. There's no spider webs. All right, and last but not least is the idea that you should fake it until you make it. Whatever it is you're trying to pursue, faking it till you make it is good advice to an extent, but a lot of times it can really lead you into a place that doesn't work out. Instead of faking it till you make it, my advice would be to prepare. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, go out and practice, get better, work on that craft day in, day out, because eventually you're gonna get a little bit better. Each day is another opportunity to improve. Let's just put that right here. And there you have it. That's my advice. 5 tips that I wish I knew earlier in my 20s, and really just 5 tips that I would tell the younger version of myself. If you like more videos like this, I have another advice on my early 20s about creativity. You can watch it here. See you guys in the next one. Peace. This kind of feels like a movie or something. I don't know. All right. Gotta put the window thingy back. Oh. Yeah.